So welcome back to another game of Rapid Chess with commentary, and let's play the Caro-Kann defense in this game. Our opponent has a rating of 2494 but with a question mark, so we don't really know how strong he really is. But let's just see and have a guess. Okay, he's playing this endgame line in the Caro-Kann. I played this with white quite a lot, and you can go for this endgame here, but you can also keep the game more flexible in a middle game with moves like, for example, g6. But I will go for the end game now, and then I need to choose a line. Let's first attack this pawn. I think that's what you're supposed to do. And now he has two main moves, protecting with the knight and or with the other knight. So in this case, in the other case, I think there are some ideas with h5 and g5, but now he has g5 under control, so I probably will not do this. Let's see. Often they develop like this, but I think you can play this position in many ways, so maybe I can try just to get him out of theory with something. Maybe I'll play bishop g4, see what he does. Kind of threaten to win a pawn. Okay, he guards it with the bishop. I could give up the pair of bishops he needs to take with bishop and then play e5, trying to close in his bishop. But I don't like it, because maybe e5 is hard to guard in the long run. Also, it's an idea to just gain some space on this side of the board. And another idea is also to set up the pawns like f6, e5, I guess. Or to develop the bishop with g6. So a lot of options, not so easy. I would just stick with a developing move. Often white now plays this maneuver here, rerouting the knight, trading off my bishop. And this knight on d3 is excellent, and then he will grab some space on this side of the board, saying, okay, I have slightly better pieces here. But let's see if he is familiar with that. Also, he might ask my bishop with h3 here. I think I could consider taking. No, he goes for this plan. So he's a bit familiar with what he's doing here. So takes. Now I need to think how to develop this bishop. Should I actually go e5? Because I'm putting a pawn on a dark square, which I'm actually not supposed to do. But maybe you can put this single pawn there. Still, I'm a bit afraid that my bishop might end up in a bad spot. Also, I might consider something like g6 bishop h6, just trading it off, saying, okay, I trade some pieces, so if you grab some space, it doesn't matter so much. I actually like this. Also, maybe I can grab even more space here. Maybe he can prevent this idea a bit, but he does not. So now I can consider this bishop h6, and I think I like it. I'm just trading off this bishop. Also, I threaten a pawn a bit accidentally. Take on d2, and then the e4 would drop. So let's see, what is he coming up with? f3. Yeah, logical move. I like that one. Now I could introduce some imbalance, giving my bishop for the knight. But actually, I think his bishop would be quite good, so I rather wait and want to trade bishop for bishop. Maybe it would have been smarter to put this pawn on h5 at first. Also now, it just comes down to the question, long castle or short castle? If I castle long and he pushes a4, maybe I cannot push my queenside pawns that easily, but still, I feel the king should stay closer to the center. And that's why I go long castle, because c8 is much closer to some central action than from g8. I need to walk into the center again. But connecting rooks, I think it's important. Okay, let's see. He allows this trade of bishops, so I go for this one. Still, I think he's a bit better here, because the knights are just better than mine. And also knight e5 might be coming in at some point. Not sure if it's a big deal because I can protect f7. I'm pretty solid. I just have a little less space, and that's my problem. But one problem can usually be dealt with. So let's see. I think my plan should be something like trade the knights. So maybe I challenge with knight to b6, and if he goes knight e5, I go rook f8 and then try to trade the knights as well. I think this double pawn doesn't do any harm here. He might also consider just keeping the knight and go there, but it might be a bit offside. So not too scared. I think actually he will go knight e5, but I will try rook to f8 then and knight d7. In general, I think this knight on f6, it might be a bit misplaced right now. So I want to correct it. Let's see. He needs to make some of those decisions. Pretty sure knight e5 will come. Another idea might be that he takes, I take, and then goes knight e5. Yes, with the idea that after rook f8, which I think I have to do anyway, he will try to trade all the rooks and then say, I cannot guard this one. That's actually annoying, because if I trade the rooks, then he would be coming in. Okay, he doesn't do that, so I can actually challenge his knight, but then he wants to go there and attack here, but then I just protect again. I think I'm not scared and I need to challenge the knight, so let's do that. Let's see, maybe we got some chance to play for the win later. Not sure yet about that one. But we're solid enough, I think. White is at the maximum, a little bit better here. And that's how it is. So takes, okay. That's a bit unambitious in my opinion. Probably he sees our rating and is happy with a draw, but I try to squeeze him. So I cannot really avoid the trade of this rook. I could have the chance to change the structure, but I don't see the big benefit. So I think my target will be the a4 pawn. So I'll trade, play king c7 and intend something like this. And okay, still he's fine, yeah, he can just play b3, but maybe I get some activity there. Okay, he goes b3 immediately. I think pawn endings should in general be a bit worse for me, or like not a bit worse, but they are more dangerous for me. I can never win then, I think, because I have the double pawn, and so I should avoid this at all cost. But how to get my rook active? Maybe still rook a8, rook a5. And if my rook is here, either swing it or play b5, get rid of the double pawn and see from there. I think I'm sticking with this one. Just trying to fix my one weakness in the position and see what he does. Maybe he is doing something crazy. It's not so easy to find a plan for him either. And yeah, maybe he's going wrong there, or he's just waiting. Let's see. If he's pushing something here, I need to be a bit careful, not that he's opening the h file. So maybe rook a5 is still a good answer to h4. But I think he should be trying to push his king side, or improve the king, trying even to walk with the king. Okay, f4, another way to push the king side. Interesting, but I stick with this one for now. I think f5 is nothing I'm afraid about, and also e5 is nothing to really be worried about. Maybe I might even try to trade this pawn chain off if he does that. And I'm trying to activate my rook. Maybe he also has this idea that he activates his rook. That might be interesting. Okay. I need to watch out for this because he already fixed this pawn here. Maybe I go h5 now, but if he takes, I'm happy. If he goes g5, I think I'm also more or less happy. And if I don't do it now, maybe it will be too late one move later, because he might like just shut down my rook and then I cannot do it. I will do it now. If he takes, we take with the rook and then we are better. Okay, h3. Maybe it was not so smart, because if I now remove my rook, he will take and open the g file, and if I take, I open the h file for him. So I'm not so happy with my decision. That was maybe stupid. Maybe I can play rook to c5. It looks a bit shaky though, I must admit. Maybe I could also go back and try to take the h file myself, but he will take. If I go rook h8, he will take and I lose a pawn. Not so easy. I'm not happy. What to do? I cannot get my king over to there. I could try to play b5 anyway. If he takes, might even take here. Takes on g6 then. Maybe I will just open the h file, because if he tries to go there with the rook, I can still play king d7 and king e6, protecting my weak pawn. I will stick with this one and play this. Okay, if he takes, I'll take. And if he goes rook h1, I have king d7, king e6. Maybe not great, but still it should be very drawish and holdable. I'm pretty sure that I'm solid here. He doesn't have that much, but I won't counterplay. Maybe now he also needs to watch out for this one. Can my rook get trapped there? Maybe. But I'm not too scared. Okay, I must protect my pawn. I think it's the weakest spot. I need to watch out. But maybe he's getting too ambitious. Maybe he also coming in there and try to attack the b7. It's an option. Okay, he goes there. I will go here for now. No, is there any progress? I think he cannot really distract my king. I will always have a safe spot. I trade once and then I can still stay on f6. So, looks okay. I'm just a bit worried about this plan, that he makes my rook passive. Okay, I go this. If I go rook c5, king d3. I think I get my rook out of here first and see what he's gonna do. He cannot really get closer with his king, I guess. Okay, f5. Maybe I don't even have to take. It's an option. Okay, but I need to make a move. I think I will just take. It trades more pawns, it's safer. Now it's interesting. How will he recapture? I might need to take some care that I'm not getting mated with those pawns, like takes, king f6, king f4, and g5 mate. But yeah, for now I think it does not work. Okay, but I need to take care. If I go there, king f4, I have e5 check. King needs to go away, then it's no mate. Should be fine. Also, if he doesn't go there, I might at some point go there or just trade off one pair of pawns and then it's nothing left. He might also consider this check here, but I just take, he will take, I take, he takes. Okay, I'm on the worst side of this endgame because my king is far away, but I think it should be holdable. Also, I might protect my e7 pawn, so let me explain. So if g5, I might also take the g5. If he takes f7, I might play rook e5 check and protect the e7 pawn. So that's the decision to make. I might also take this one. He needs to take here, and then go king e6, keeping my e7 pawn. I actually like that because then I'm guarding the 7th rank, and maybe his g pawn will be weak, and I might even get some chances. Yeah, let's go for it. I go here. He needs to protect this pawn with the rook, and then I will cut his king. I like that. So let's see. If his king is cut, I'm not really in danger here, I think. And I have the potential to win this pawn. I'm not winning it by force, I'm pretty sure. But I have some potential to do that. Maybe already now after rook g8, I could attack his rook, but he will attack there. If I take, he takes. It's a draw. If he goes rook b8, maybe I can save my pawn first. He will attack the next pawn. I could guard it, but it's a bit shaky, so maybe I stay flexible there. Not so easy though. Need to make a move, so I just push those pawns. If he is attacking now, I will attack his rook. Okay, he goes there. I need to watch out a bit, but I think rook here should be safe. I can always force the draw, I think. When I take this pawn, he will never win this, because he would first need to regain the material balance. But I think I can also not hope for more, actually. Maybe I'm even the one who needs to take care. If he takes the c6, I must take care that I won't drop the b5 pawn as well. Okay. Interesting. If I go king f7, I'm forcing matters. Don't like it. I will still do this. I think there is no hope to win the game anymore. How to take? Okay, I'll take. I keep the b5 protected. Let's hope that he won't win this b5 pawn. If he trades one pair of pawns, it's a draw for sure, but if he somehow can try to win the b5, I might be in trouble, but I must get counterplay with my king at first. Okay. Okay, let's go e6 and try to push. Rook c5 is a question now, but I think I have this saving move, rook to g2, but I might lose my pawn. That's a pity. I might also have a check. This might be easier. Just give a check and then push b4. But it's getting dangerous. I didn't expect that. Otherwise, I should just have simplified more, I guess. And also time might be an issue, so I need to play very fast now. Also, I might take, but I need to calculate a lot there. Okay, he goes there. Go here. If rook c5 now, might consider taking, or e5. Okay, that doesn't make sense what he's doing there. He cannot walk to c5, otherwise he drops the rook. And now I should be fast enough with my counterplay. My pawn is not that bad, I guess. Even though he has two pawns, I still need to take care, but I think it should be nothing. He will just flag me on time. And that's the sad thing, but I think it should be holdable position-wise. Now if he goes there with the rook, I will pick up his b pawn. He will win my pawn, but it's a theoretical draw. Yeah, this is a theoretical draw, but he will play it on time, pretty sure. I can pre-move some moves, but it won't be enough. And lost on time. Yeah, bad luck. But the game was, I think, solid. Maybe I was lost at some point in the end, is my estimate. But we will check it. And I need to know the opening a bit better. So that will be interesting to figure that one out. So let's start. So this was our theory. This bishop g4 was already a bit improvised. Still, everything is more or less fine. My g6 is also fine. Bishop h6, it's also fine. Castle, it's fine. I'm like the slightly worse all the time, but it's not a big deal. I think also here knight. Keeping the knights is a bit more ambitious. So here I think I will be fine again very soon. Rook h, f8, a4. And after trading knights, it should be very drawish. However, I got into some trouble and I want to see where. g4, h5, still it's in the margin of a draw, but I'm not so sure. Actually, computer wants b5 immediately, not being afraid of this one. Because I just take a4, okay, I could really not evaluate, like, how is this one? I just take here, and if he takes here, I have enough counterplay. 4 versus 4 pawns. Okay. It was not so clear to me, so I preferred the clearer solution, taking there first, but now he got the h-file. But still, it's not an issue, it's just very, very equalish. This was fine. Maybe g5 is an idea, actually. Okay, not really. He also threatens this mate here, and this might be a bit annoying. Okay, I don't like that too much. Still, it's holdable, but I think what I did was fine too. Check, takes, go here, it's all fine. And now, again, everything is fine. I like my ambitious approach, but maybe also this is just way more decent to play like this and then protect. But still, I think he's on the better side of the draw because he has his king closer to all the action. Rook e2, yeah, maybe it's fine, but only white can push, I'm pretty sure, even though it should always be a draw. Okay, let's see, how was the liquidating king f5? Taking off all the pawns. It's also a draw, but it's also this kind of draw where white can try forever. And maybe there are some problems in practical terms because maybe some pawn endings are lost. If he, for example, threatens some rook trades on the 5th rank, I would not be sure that it's okay. And the other thing is maybe he can destabilize my rook on the b file. But probably all that's not going to happen because it's 0-0 and nothing going on. So let's see if the game was correct. I was getting a bit ambitious here, but probably I never had a chance and I should try to play something like this immediately. Rook b8 and then just I have a much better version. Also, I could probably play rook b5 if I wanted and go for the g5 pawn later. But also this in this scenario, I think I get with my king to d6 and then my c pawn will never fall and I'm not even ending up a pawn down in this endgame. So my technique here was a bit bad. I was a bit afraid later and maybe I had some trouble. Let's see. This was actually critical, I think, that he plays rook c8. I took. And yeah, king d4, that was good. e6. Rook c5 I was a bit afraid of. And actually that's putting pressure because it's not so easy to find the rook to f5. Trading loses and also rook to g2, it gets me at least into some practical problems. Of course, there's also, it's not very clear. King c3, okay, it makes sense. And then I must create some counterplay here with 1 pawn versus 2. But this is already, black is in huge trouble. And I could have avoided this. I think the cleanest was to liquidate the pawns, or at least at this point give the b pawn, not the c pawn. Because if I keep the c pawn instead of the b pawn, I can get very close with the king and I will never lose it. But instead, I decided to play b5, and after that I will always lose the c pawn instead of the b pawn, and then it will be very hard in some cases to defend the b5 pawn. So that's my takeaway from here. So let's have a look how it went. Did he get some other chance than rook c5 here? So b4 was bad, king f6. Now rook c5. I already have more solutions now because my king is more active. I could even play e5. So here I might be more or less out of the danger. Also here, king c3. I thought my pawn should give me counterplay, but of course this blunders the b5 pawn. Maybe I should just go back with the rook. But still, it's fine. This was not the best try. And now he wins this pawn, but I think what I did was quite solid. King d5, it's correct, and I win this pawn. Or if he keeps the b4 pawn, he will actually have trouble advancing his pawns because my king is so active, and I make an easy draw here, I think. Because if he pushes the b pawn, I will probably just run along and he cannot do anything with it. And he cannot push them together because they are just split, and my king is sitting in between. So, okay, position-wise, this is of course a draw. You can set up the Philidor defense, for example, but okay, time is an issue as well, so I lost this one. So hope, yeah, that doesn't happen again, but yeah, it's okay. Game was interesting and fine. I should check my Caro-Kann here against this d3 line, look for something, yeah, more ambitious maybe, because here I was basically all the way just playing for the draw. So hope this could give you some insights also about some struggles in the opening, in the middle game, how to defend. And if you have any questions, want to see some special openings in the series of playing rapid games, let me know. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.